44-30. Philadelphia 2-0. The Valor 0-1. Third quarter to begin. The Valor get it first. Philly closed the scoring in the first half with a 35-yard field goal from Adrian Trevino. And Dean Coquinos, head coach of the Valor, is down below with Ari.
Hey guys, here with Coach Coquinos. Coach, what did you tell the team at the half?
Hey, it's a 30-minute game, right? 30 minutes to go, we're playing 60. We're gonna get a score and stop. We're back in it. Keep stopping wood.
Anything to change the protection to give Neck a little more time?
Yeah, we did that in the second quarter. We made some adjustments, started sliding a little more. We got overrun a little bit in the middle, so we started sliding. So we cleaned it up there in the second quarter.
All right, good luck second half.
Ari thanks. The Valor get it first. Trailing by 14. Week 3 of the AFL on CBS Sports Network. Brent Stover and the Hall of Fame quarterback, former Arizona Rattlers star. It is Seth Bonner, Ari Wolf on the sideline.
Tell you the other thing you got to be aware of here if you're Washington is they know the Valor are struggling a little bit offensively. I wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot here with an onside. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would not surprise me. So that front line has got to really be alert and aware, because Clint is extremely aggressive.
Trevino to send it away. Duval back deep. Took one of the house, 56-yard return. Touchdown in the first half. They go deep to Duval. Number 2 for the Valor takes it off the net. Chris Duval reverses field, loses the football, loose in the end zone. There's a pile up for it. It was recovered by Reggie Gray for Washington.
By the receivers. That play results in a safety.
And indeed, it is a safety.
Wow.
It is a safety for Ferns in Philadelphia with a big special teams play to open the second half.
And I talked about trying to do too much at times earlier. When you get both hands on the ball, you know you're in traffic, you're about to be tackled. But this is a great hustle play by Washer. He got washed all the way out to the wall, comes back in and strips it. And I tell you what, he's been a special teams dynamo for the Soul. You see the strip right there. He almost gets the double up right there with the touchdown, strip and touchdown.
What more do you want from the rookie Ferns, by the way, tonight?
What about the rookie Washer?
No,
I mean,
absolutely.
It's just rookie.
It's amazing. With all of the names that return to this star-studded team, and then it's a couple of new guys stepping into roles here early in 2018.
And I think what's even more impressive, and it speaks to the ability of the coaching staff and the team, that those guys are ready to step in and help and make plays. I tell you what, when your culture is built around those kind of things, and you've got that core group of guys together, it really truly is the next man up.
Absolutely. 46-30 after the safety.
Wow, that's a crushing blow right there.
We've had so many key special teams plays, good and bad tonight for both teams. So you get the 2, and then Philly just disastrous for the Valor. Pat Clark sends it deep. Poppy Livers off the net for Philadelphia. Livers looking for space. Follows his blocking. He skitters out of there.
I don't know how he got through that. I mean,
nice return out to the 16.
There's not a lot of space.
So Ferns and Washer, the 2 rookies, have been fantastic.
They've done an outstanding job, and you see them both playing special teams. And Ferns off guard there. See the athleticism to get up over the top. Another score. What a burst he's got. Low center of gravity, and the young fella with the double move route over the top. Wash a long touchdown. And look at him go up and elevate and make that play. And then the strip on special teams. This is what makes him special. Leads the team in special teams tackles as well. Carrying his load.
Radabov for Washa. Bobbled it, caught it, breaks loose. Washa crosses midfield, finally tripped up. At the Valor 23, a gain of 11.
And you see the good feet. Plays with some physicality. And it's just so, it still strikes me as odd when I look down and see number 19 in this building. He looks so much like Ryan McDaniels, who did it so well, had over 100 touchdown receptions with Dan Radabov, but
he told our Ari Wolf earlier he's his own guy. He's not McDaniel. But there are some similarities. Looking in zone, the corner, leaping grab, and down to the 1-foot line. Not going to give him the touchdown, but a gain of 22 for Darius Prince.
I tell you what, Michael Knight, guy is around the ball. He is a half a second late. I thought Dan floated this one a little bit too much, but watch the finish by Prince with contact. And I'm not so sure that's touchdown. We don't have that down the line look, but as he turns,
sure looked like it.
What a great throw and catch. You see there's no Jimmy Gordon in the game. He's out with a knee injury. We got Jake Payne, number 99, playing the MAC linebacker spot.
First and goal. Just outside the goal line. Play clock at 5. Handoff right side. Dancing in for the touchdown is Ferns, his 3rd score of the night.
Good job by PK, helping stand just long enough. PK Manley, 44, stays just long enough to let his center, Tribute, get over.
Trevino drills it. He's been perfect tonight, except for that one block. But right now it's a distant memory. It's 53-30 sold.
Great tackle out in the open. It's all rookies all night here in Philadelphia. It's the Washa Fern Show. Getting it on.
.11:09. Third quarter, 53-30 Seoul. Adrian Ferns has 3 touchdowns. Tomorrow at noon, the Patriot League Lacrosse Championship live on CBS Sports Network. Lehigh and Loyola, Maryland face off with an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament on the line right here on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. A good sports year for Loyola teams.
They have. I just want to talk about the Big East Conference. I mean, come on, man. Give DU. Give DU some love.
Well, listen, buddy.
Come on.
Can I say this?
Come on, man.
The semifinals and the final. Last week I had them here on CBS Sports Network. They looked awfully good at Providence. May 3rd and May 5th here on CBS Sports Network. We've got the semifinals and the final of the Big East Lacrosse Championship.
We'll be all over it. If you were in Denver and didn't tell me, that would have been a whole different conversation.
Never been invited. All right, good return here. Reggie Gray reversing field. And again, something on nothing after the 14. Ron Jaworski, perhaps the face of the AFL for the last several years, is standing by with Ari.
Thanks, Brent. All right, Jaws. You're a transplant to Philly. You've made Philly your home. It's now Titletown, USA. Do you feel like the Soul should get more credit because you guys started winning first?
Well, I think we've been so well received in this community. I think people know that we've been, 3-time world champions of the Arena Football League, back-to-back champions, and all the teams in this city, the Eagles, Villanova, everyone knows that the Soul really got it going.
Tell me why you're bullish on the future of the Arena Football League.
The players and the coaches. I mean, this is a great game. It's lasted 31 years because the guys on the field, the coaches that coach it, and the fans that love this game. I love these players. I love what they stand for. I love what they work. And we finally have long-term peace in the Arena Football League with the players and their associations. And I'm excited about the future. This league is going to grow and grow and grow.
Let me tell you something. You've been an amazing ambassador for this sport and a great friend to me. Always a pleasure to see you.
And welcome to Philadelphia once again, Harry. You're our good luck charm.
All right, sounds good. Back to you guys.
Love it. Here's Davila, all kinds of time. Fires early picked up. Of course, Ari, long-time voice on radio of the Philadelphia Soul. Before that, with the Albany franchise, and now the last several years been doing TV as well. So he and Jaws go way back, obviously.
Well, I tell you, the two ownership groups of these two teams, I mean, people that love this game owe them a great debt of gratitude, because without Ted Leonsis and his group, without Jaws and his group, Coach Bensers, and without these guys, this great game would not be seen. I mean, this is a great game, and I'm just excited to see how they're able to build it.
Deflected and caught. What a catch by Reese off the deflected ball. Floated up and out there to the near boards, and he was able to haul it in. That's going to be a first down pickup for the 22 of Philadelphia.
Philly's starting to jump some routes here, getting a little itchy up there, trying to create a few more turnovers.
Go back after this play to that conversation set, because you've been an ambassador, you and Ari both, in this league for a long time. You're a Hall of Famer. After this play, kind of get back to how they are rebuilding this thing, to piggyback that conversation with Jaws. Davila dumps it off. Wide open space, Reggie Gray, chopped down, dives for the first down to the 11. The bottom line is what's going to make this thing work, and they have it in order now, is good ownership with Leonsis and Jaworski. And it is only a 4-team league this year. That's no secret. But it's owning those arenas. It's owners that are able to open up those arenas whenever they want and be able to put events in there, and they are scouring the nation, and the reports we hear are fantastic of possible sites for future expansion. But again, the placement, the idea is to have owners that own the arena in those cities.
Well, I think it bodes well, because you're not outsourcing, you're not spending extra money to rent a venue when they can move you.
Back to Reese, made a man miss for the end zone. Looked into the boards. Did he get the touchdown just shy? Gives us a chance to have Ari pitch in on this conversation. Oh, it is a touchdown. It is a touchdown for Reese. Before the PAT, Ari, do you want to add quickly?
No, just what I want to say is that, I've talked to a lot of people here. Both ownership groups are really excited. Guys, I'm telling you a minimum, and you can mark this down, there will be at least 8 teams in the AFL in the 2019 season.
Wow. That's doubling. That is a hot take, Ari. In all seriousness, that is...
It's a big deal, guys, but, 20 years in this league, you cultivate your sources, you keep them anonymous, but 8's the minimum number I'm looking for.
Flag down on the PAT.
Offsides defense, number 25. That penalty is declined. The try is good.
Are you at liberty to give us any of those cities, Ari? We'll find out when we come back. But
we're talking about the future. We're going to look at this excellent play by one of the future players for the Valor. Josh Reese says, I'm not giving up. I'm fighting. Get me in that zone.
53-37. 6:57 third quarter. Soul leading 53-37. Reese with a nice second effort. Josh Reese just scored a touchdown for the Valor. See if they pick this as a good time onside kick.
As we saw with Philadelphia, with just a 19-point swing, I mean, it can happen at any time.
Deep instead. Taken off the net. And after the 4-yard line, spun down. Mariko Stevenson. Some major mistakes have put the Valor in a hole here tonight.
Yeah, they just
Walker down first.
This is big. Michael Knight down, starting safety. They don't have to bring Everett into the game. Michael Everett, and move some guys around in the secondary, or move Nick Addison inside the box. They're going to absolutely have to shuffle some guys around in that secondary.
So he gets helped off. Pounded there. Stevenson on the return. Marking down at the 2 after the penalty mark. Here's the play. Ferns gave him a pretty good lick there, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of shoulder, a little touch-up shoulder. So now they're going to bring Michael Everett in the ball game. Put him in the middle with Tracy Belton backside. And Nick Addison still on the front side of the field.
Handoff up the middle. Good run. Ferns pounding his way over the first down. After the 14, a gain of a dozen.
I mean, Ferns is impressive as a runner. They pull him back off. He goes running out on the field. They pull him back off and leave the rookie Michael Everett, number 5, in the ball game, and another youngster. Talented roster, young players up and down the roster. And I tell you, it takes a while to figure each other out and figure out how to win games. It just doesn't happen.
49 rushing yards for Ferns in Philadelphia. Rookie Adrian Ferns pumping. Rodabaugh rifles it, caught. First down out to midfield. Darius Prince. Gain of 11. First down pickup. Hey, back down to Ari. Let's recap that conversation earlier. You made a pretty big statement here that no fewer than 8 teams will be in this league in 2019.
Guys, I really believe that. I've talked to multiple sources, and they're going to remain anonymous, Brent. 20 years in this league, you got to cultivate those sources. I don't want to burn them. But it was said with complete confidence by people who are in the know that the plans are in place for a minimum of 8 teams playing next year. And both these sets of ownership groups are committed for the long haul. They have a 5-year plan. I can't remember in my 20 years in this league the AFL ever having a 5-year plan. Guys, they're committed to the future.
Ari, outstanding. Thank you. Rodabaugh floats it up. Wide open man. Prince. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 25 yards. Rodabaugh for Prince.
That's too easy. You get caught in no man's land. You don't get any help from the jack linebacker. You're in big trouble when this happens. Watch the motion. You don't get hands on. You got to cut them off. Force them to go the long way around you. But the quick move, and Prince, plenty speed to burn.
(59-37). They've had an answer for everything. 4:04 to play in the third.
Tell you, good teams don't need help, and they've had a lot of help tonight.
Good point. Down the middle, Trevino. 60-37. 3:44 left. Nice touch on this ball.
This is a beautiful throw. Drops it right in the bucket, and the Fresh Prince for 6.
.342 in the third. Philadelphia up by 23. Well on their way to starting 3-0 after back-to-back Arena Bowl titles. Too many mistakes tonight by the Washington Valor.
And some of them, I mean, are just part of arena football. Bar balls, things like that happen in this game. They just haven't been able to shake them off and get going.
Duval off the net. Duval breaks a tackle. Sheds another one and pushed into the boards around the 15. Certainly this is, Philly doesn't have this in the bag by any means, but you look at all the mistakes by Dean Kokinos' team tonight.
I mean, one crucial per quarter.
Yep.
Up to this point, that is, I mean, you don't see that very often. When the the ball's not bouncing your way, runs can happen to you like that.
They've had two good things happen on special teams. It's interesting, right? They recovered.
But right after the touchdown return, things went haywire for them.
Here comes a catch and a run and a Reese out over the 20-yard line.
That's a good read. That's old Ping Z corner.
Washington has more kick return yards. Mike Notaro, who you alluded to earlier, the best in the business in terms of stats.
Phenomenal.
Talent stats. Not that we're talent, but that's his title.
We're just two guys with mics.
Yeah, he's the talent up here. Anyway, he tells me Washington more kick return yards, 137, than offensive yards, 120 in this game tonight.
We're talking about an offense that did not get stopped in week 1 against a solid Baltimore defense.
Davalo, his receiver getting shoved.
That's pass interference.
Intended for Reese and James Romaine, the guilty party.
Come on, Rowe, you're guilty on that one. Come on, Rowe.
I've never seen him after a flag agree with it.
Well, interference defense. Number 5, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
He reads it and he breaks on it, but he sticks his hands out.
Hey guys, one thing I wanted to point out, we talked in the first half about Nick Davila rallying his guys. Said to appreciate this. This is a 3-score game at 23 points. You know, they get a couple 2-point conversions. Dan Rodabaugh went up and down the bench reminding everybody they have won nothing yet. Anything can happen in arena football, and I know number 13 has some memories of 3-score leads disappearing very quickly.
I usually reel them in, Ari. I don't know what you're talking about.
Davila on first down dumps it off out of the backfield. A couple of yards into the far boards, just inside the 15.
I'll tell you, if you just...
Will Corbin there.
They've got Reggie Gray. That's a screen, and it's a screen with a blast block from your backside receiver into the linebacker. But I'm going to try to avoid Joe Gooseby and get his back turned to the play, but they've got Reggie Gray sitting there trying to block him. That's a little bit of a matchup problem. Joe Gooseby, one of the better jacks in this league, has done it a long time, a veteran guy, doesn't get fooled very often.
From the 15. 2nd and 6 after Corbin gained 4. Motion man is Reggie Gray. Davila retreats, shuffles out of the pocket, fires end zone. Incomplete. Hit the turf. Reese tried to scoop it up out of there for the grab, but unable to do so.
I'm not so sure he didn't catch it, but we'll get a better look on the replay. But Nick having to slide to his right doesn't get everything he wants. He's got more than enough arm strength to get this throw there. But I think that's a catch. He kind of gets his arms underneath it.
It was Reese's last touchdown where he had a fantastic second effort to get across the goal line, and that looked like a pretty good effort there as well. You surprised they're not challenging?
Looked like he had his hands underneath it.
Guys, Nick wanted to challenge it.
Instead, 3rd and 6, rifles it, picked off on the very next play. Marker down back at the goal line, but an interception for Torres Jones if it stands.
Flag in the end zone, guys. Yep. Flag in the end zone against Philly.
Good call by Ari there, all over it.
This is
going to negate the
two
pick by Jones.
Things I'm going to say on this.
Foul, hands to face defense number 25. It's a 10-yard penalty, automatic first down, Washington.
2 things I'm going to say about this play. Nick tries to jam it in there, and what happens is Rod Windsor doesn't finish the route. He doesn't cut across. You've got to fight your way in there. This is just a pull with a corner. Watch right here, and he's angling in, and he doesn't go hard. See him stop right there and go up? That's why there's a pick. Take it back, guys.
End of the 3rd quarter. Romaine not happy at the penalty earlier, and now the penalty here negating the Jones interception. Valor knocking on the door. They need a comeback as we head to the 4th. Start of the 4th, Philadelphia by 23. Jaws giving Rodabaugh some wisdom. 2 of the great quarterbacks Philadelphia sports history.
And Bernie, one of the assistant coaches on the team, Tarski. Jaws, like, you should have threw the corner, should have threw the post, should have threw that one, but just complete them. And listen, all he's done is completed 9 of his last passes for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mike is making me look good tonight.
Mike Natara, stats guy. Davila, fourth quarter begins. Davila rifles it, intercepted nearly. No, touchdown. They jumped the route. It got to Reese, and he scores for the Valor on the opening play of the fourth.
They didn't jump, and Nick's eyes, and it tells you he's not comfortable with this offense because his eyes don't even go to the right place. His eyes don't go to the right place, and you see the out is open right away. Watch the secondary fall off. Look at all that space. That should have been a walk-in touchdown. That tells me that he's not comfortable with what he's seeing. I know he knows the game better than anybody. He's arguably the greatest quarterback in the history of this game. He knows the game.
Then I think we should bring in Ari on the play calling right now and what they should do with the Valor.
Hey guys, I've been fortunate to watch a lot of great quarterbacks, including the one you're sitting next to. Certain quarterbacks like certain plays, especially when things aren't going well. And they've got a new system for Nick over there. And I think for Washington, if they're going to excel and they're going to compete with teams like Philadelphia, they're going to have Nick have more influence in the play calling. I think it's imperative because I watched Nick, his body language, when he gets some plays, it's not that same swagger that he had in Arizona. Now, granted, it's a new team, new concept, but he needs to be comfortable. And Sid, I'd be curious, shouldn't they tailor the playbook to what works for Nick since he's the franchise quarterback?
I think that would be beneficial for all parties. However, it is what it is, and what they now have to do is make sure, and speaking to him this morning, he has every input he wants on the offense. Speaking to him this morning, that he just needs to stay involved and continue to learn, because it is a process. And Philly doesn't care that you're trying to learn a new offense.
Right.
Well, and also, one last thing, guys, is that keep in mind that I'm sure Nick doesn't want to just come into a new building and just be like, we're going to do things my way. That's not his personality.
Absolutely not. He is the biggest team first guy ever, but this stat line right here, that's not the left-hand guy I know.
No, that's
that stat line right there is not the left-hand guy I know at all. And he's getting comfortable with the offense and learning the offense, and he will improve and continue to get better in it. Well, this is, not something I'm used to seeing. His eyes typically go right where they're supposed to go when he's running offense.
Oh, right. Normally he plants that foot and it's out because he knows exactly what he wants to do with it.
Comes a line drive kick. Picked up on a couple of hops in the end zone. On the return, Philadelphia, all kinds of space. Larico Stevenson with a huge return inside the 20 of Washington.
Okay.
Tell you, that's what makes Rico valuable. They got so many guys that do multiple things on this roster. They blend in.
37 yards on that one. Ari down there getting play calls here on this drive from Dulles Hill.
Now these two know each other real well. All right, what do you got for Dan?
We're going to go with the delay screen again to the Z. Aaron, we're going to see if we can get in the end zone here.
Dan warming up to Ari a little bit there.
Slow screen outside to Washa. Keep your eye on this young man outside right here.
Here's the catch, blocking in front. Washa skitters down to the 16-yard line. Again, a 3. Dulles Hill not happy with the result after that one.
A couple whiffs out there, or else that would have been a touchdown. I just like his burst with the ball in his hands. He looks like he's about to go.
All right, what do we got?
Back to AA, Ron. We're going right swap, 92 hitch just to him, see if we get the first down.
They're going to hit Aaron in the back motion here on the hitch route. Here he comes downhill right at you. You might convert this route unless it's locked.
Rodapah, end zone, going up was Washa, unable to haul that one in.
Oh, that's one he's got to have. Dan's a little bit late on that, but that's one he's got to have, and he should work a little bit more to the outside. See him bending back inside and then throw those outside. And you see the ease of adjustment and body placement. Just can't haul it in.
Coverage by Michael Knight, who went down with an injury earlier. Good to see him back and playing healthy in that Washington secondary.
Double post with a curl by money here, so we're trying to move the first down.
All right, trying to get third down here, looking for Darius Reynolds, guys.
Yeah, you're going to vacate the area with the two receivers, the outside and the inside guy here, cross routes.
2 for 2 on third. This one blown dead as Rodabaugh goes into his drop. And Dave Kataya.
Offsides defense, number 42. Unabated quarterback, 5-yard penalty.
That's Lanford Collins, third-year man from Virginia Tech. That Bud Foster,
Hey, man,
Bud Foster defense.
We got to call him JR.
All right.
He's JR.
JR.
JR Collins.
You got it.
Because I said, what's up, man? In the hotel. And he was like, nah, man.
We're trying to score here, or we'll take what they give us. We're on our Z-go play where money has an option route.
I always err on the side of making mom happy. And if mom's
that's a good
watching,
point.
it feels like that
you know
was
what?
the name that he was given by her. I could be wrong.
Mama call him that? No.
All right, 3rd and 3. You got the play call, and now this one blown dead as well.
You might have somebody barking out signals down there.
Somebody get one out.
The MAC move.
Unsportsmanlike conduct of the defense, number 94.
Wow.
Disconcerting signals. Penalty is hefted into the goal. First down.
That would probably be number 91. They're calling that on Brandon Cisse. There is no 94 on the field. We're going to get Brandon Cisse for barking out signals. And that from that last set, if they come back and show that same defense, Money should be sitting down right inside the end zone if they run the same play.
All right, guys, what do we got here?
We got a toss play to Ferns here with a fold by money here, so we fold the end.
Ooh.
On the ground, guys.
Beautiful, beautiful play call. Watch Money Reynolds right here. We'll see if he wants any action right down in this pocket right there on the DN. See him switch his feet up to get ready.
Ferns already 3 touchdowns tonight. This time he gets dragged down. Still falls forward. It was loose, but he was down.
The heck of a play by Collins. He blew that play up.
He really did, because he did not allow. Whenever you fold, you have to pull, and you have to fold down to protect the puller. And Collins burst through there. And it might have even been Roosevelt Falls. Watch right here. It is Collins. Watch as the puller goes. Watch him follow and get right up inside. Great angle, and blows that play right up.
Hey, guys, what do you got?
Hang on.
We got our corner.
He was yelling at somebody else. He's like, oh, sorry. It's dangerous down here, guys.
Absolutely. Well, Ari is always in the mix. Here it comes, 2nd and goal, end of the play clock. Wide open, touchdown! PK Manley. His 2nd this season.
Tell you, in back-to-back weeks, the big fella gets in the end zone. Well-designed play. Well-designed play. All the motion goes left here. And watch, PK's going to step down. He's going to step down right here, delay for a second, and then pop right out. And watch Dan find him off the play action.
Beautiful.
And they get an inexperienced Jack in the game, and Roosevelt Falls. As soon as he sees that pitch action, he takes off after it. And it's over from there.
Rodabaugh. How about this, Dan Rodabaugh so far this season? 17 touchdown throws, no interceptions. Charles likes it. Rodabaugh, fake toss, bootleg, PK Manley, Jaws impressed.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. So up by 23, and I'm here with the man of the moment. Mr. Manley, you get in the habit and getting in the end zone. Take us through that play, big fella.
We just called 39 all corner. The jack flew, with the play action and everything left, and I was wide open in the end zone.
How does that feel when you see that ball in the air and you know it's coming to you?
It feels great. You know, you just got to track it in and catch it.
Now, in college, you were on the offensive line. You didn't get much of a chance to score. How fun is it being able to get in the end zone as a player now?
Oh, I love it. You know what I mean? It's been a childhood dream to play running back. You know, always been big and never had opportunity, so got to make full advantage when I get the opportunity.
Well done.
Thank you.
Tell you,
Hey, man, if he played running back, I tell you a lot of defensive players would quit.
Hey, Ari, the fun fact about this young man is he started at fullback for Cleveland for a couple years. He's extremely, extremely versatile, an athletic big man, over 300 pounds that can run, he can move, but another one of those versatile pieces that you plug and play.
Absolutely.
For this Philadelphia Soul team.
Look at enjoy. He's one of the more likable guys in this league, PK Manley. 67-44 with 8:10 remaining. So the Valor want to pull off a miracle win. What's got to happen here?
They got to execute some offense and in a hurry.
Davila, end zone, rifles it. Had a man open. It was Windsor on a corner and missed him.
I'll tell you, just a week off, a week away from playing a game. We didn't play last week. Philly played.
Kind of an unexpected bye week for the Valor last week because the arena
Absolutely.
with the playoffs.
But you get better. You try to improve things. But you come in here in a building where this team is looking to win its 20th straight. You know you got to be on top of your game, and they have not been tonight.
This one broken up. In and out of the hands of Windsor. Torres Jones in coverage. 7:14 and a running clock.
I can guarantee you that this young man will be back in the film room along with his receivers, trying to get things right, trying to get some opportunities for all of them to get better and improve.
On 3rd and 10, marker down from the end zone. Fluttering throw is caught by Reese. Out to the 12, about a yard shy of the marker. We'll see what the penalty is.
It's fluttering because he was under duress, getting hit in the face when he
James
threw it.
made on the stop right there. Let's see, there's a flag.
Call from Dave Kataya.
I think he got a moving start, the Mac linebacker.
Encroach for the second neutral zone. The linebacker moved forward. That's a 5-yard penalty. We will repeat 3rd down.
That's a good call. They're going to get Jeremy Richardson. He got that rolling start. But I tell you, since he's been moved to that defensive side, second half of last week's game, when he went over, played in, he played nose. Another versatile piece, but the passion and aggression that he brings, I'll tell you what, then you throw in the Walter Thomas, a big pocket pusher with Robert Hayes outside, Dover on the other side, starting to shape up into a nice little pass rush.
Davila in trouble. Davila sacks back at the goal line. Jeremy Richardson got in there.
Wow. And this is just not communicating up front. You got your center never comes off. Watch the center, he's got to come off. When he gets his eyes down, Danzy does not keep his eyes up as he steps. When you step left to take on that nose when he slides left, you've got to have your eyes up knowing that Mac's coming. If there's a follow and he follows the nose, then you just wash them all down. But he came right back to him. You've got to have your head up and eyes on a swivel in the middle.
Davila rolling out, 4th and 10, in trouble, fires middle, caught. Juggling grab, and a first down out near midfield by Windsor, and Davila is down in the corner of the end zone. Nick Davila is down. And we'll take a break here in Philly. All right, we're back in Philly, and Nick Davila, the quarterback of Washington, hasn't moved since he was taken down in the end zone following a pass play. Ari, what are you hearing? What are you seeing down there?
What I'm seeing, guys, is a ton of concern for one of the most respected players that has ever played arena football. He has not moved at all. They have the medical team out here. It appears they're preparing to put him on a stretcher, but at this point, there's been absolutely no movement from Nick. I can tell you that the one teammate that knows him best, Rod Windsor, was incredibly emotional after he walked over, found out whatever he found out from either Nick or the doctor, and Rod walked away so upset and disappointed. That's all I can tell you. There's a ton of concern. You can see everybody around here. There is incredible respect for Nick Davila as one of the true ambassadors of this game.
And Radabah was one of the first guys in there, the Philly quarterback.
You compete hard against everybody you play against, but this is a family. It's a tight-knit family. And, man, I'm praying for my brother right there.
Absolutely. Both teams. Radabah's right in there. Obviously, you take every precaution here.
And, guys, you think about the situation he's in. What a gamer. He's down 23 points on a fourth down play. He's rolling out, trying to make a play, makes a play to his guy, Rod Windsor, and then takes the blow. So, guys, this is an example of his kind of toughness, what he wants to be for his team, and we're just hoping right now that they are just doing all of this for precautionary reasons, and hopefully we're going to get a good report here in a few minutes.
Innovation here is getting in. Appears as though they're. Radabah's right in the mix. Not going to speculate on what exactly they chewed there, where his movement is, if there's movement.
Guys, he is moving his arms and hands right now. That's a very good sign.
I mean, I'm speechless right now, but to Ari's point, how much a competitor this young man is, and I've grown to know him and respect him and his family, and he is trying to do whatever he can for his team. He is the ultimate teammate, the ultimate leader, and that's why you see the love he's being given by all the players from both teams down there around him right now.
Nick Davila, quarterback, veteran, one of the best this league has ever seen for the Washington Valor. He's going to be taken off.
And, guys, I just want to let you know again, he is moving his hands. He's actually kind of pulling his shoulder pads down a little bit with his right arm. I saw him move his left arm. I've seen him move both legs. So looking for positive signs. Those things are looking good. And a lot of his teammates seemed much more encouraged when they saw him moving his hands, moving his legs, and he was able to tell one of his teammates he's going to be fine. Now, he may just be trying to make them feel better, because that would be a very Nick thing to do, is make sure everybody else is okay. But the last time I saw him, as he's now getting pulled in there, that was much more positive than when he first went down, and it was so scary.
Ari, thanks. Fantastic.
I'm glad he's moving everything, and hopefully we can put some ease into Jessica and the kids and hopefully make them feel better. But, man, he is one tough kid and
Jaws right down there.
Ultimately respected in this league. And now, you know, the Valor have to go on and try and play. And I think all the guys, all 16 guys on the field and the guys on the bench have to go on and find a way to play the next play. And Warren Smith,
the backup quarterback,
comes in.
6 foot 200, fourth-year man from Maine.
Another tough kid and a guy that'll compete. He's got some experience in this league. He's played well at times, but has never been in a situation where he was the guy 100% of the time. Had a great finish to his rookie season in Spokane. Played really well.
All right, Ari.
Hey, Brent, here's some really good news. He actually requested to get up. He thought he could get up, and the doctor said, we just can't do it. We got to make sure that you're okay and take every precaution. But Nick wanted to stand up and walk off on his own, so I'm hoping that's real good news.
It's awesome news.
Tremendous reporting by Ari covering that. We'll take a look at it after the play. So Warren Smith back up in, football to 23, first down, fires corner, miscommunication, looking for Reese there. Here's a look now at what happened. At the other end of this, it was a completion and a first down, but that's into the wall.
Yeah, it lands awkward into the wall, kind of gets wedged in there, but it's good news for not only his family, but for himself and his new family, the team and the city of Washington, that he feels like he can get up.
Reese the catch, falls forward, out across midfield into Philly territory. It's a type of injury where a neck or a back maybe, simply because just watching the play, the way he landed against that wall, but nothing definitive. 4 to play in the game. Philly in control, Washington with their backup now. Warren Smith in. Nick Davila just carted back to the Washington locker room. On a stretcher. Warren Smith over the middle, dumps it off, caught. Reese ankle tackled down to the 13, a first down pickup.
He's got to give him an accurate throw. It's 30 stops. You got to give him an accurate throw so he can catch and run. That was a tremendous catch. I've loved the way Josh Reese has played. He's battled. And all these guys about, they're all trying to learn a system. Reese was here last year, but they're all trying to learn a system and try to put it in place together.
Smith gonna tuck it and run. Good pump fake, penalty marker down, and takes it to the 7.
He missed Reggie Gray on the corner. Reggie Gray gave a move that was fantastic to Therese Jones.
Holding offense number 53, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's right.
Dan Z, is getting a good lesson in here in the middle. It's tough to play in there. You find a great center, a good center that can play inside for a long time. And it's tough to find, but he's a rookie. A lot of one-on-one matchups, and then all of a sudden you got to come off the nose and pick up the MAC linebacker. It's a huge responsibility. The most important 2 positions on the field to me are the center and fullback as a quarterback.
Smith flips it out, caught, immediately shoved down into the wall. Josh Reese again, a gain of 5.
They just wondered. T.T. Tolliver back in the ball game. 41 years young, and we'll see him in back motion here.
Going end zone, open, good separation, and the touchdown. Holding an 18-yard strike to Rod Windsor. From the backup quarterback, Warren Smith, in off the bench on this Valor drive.
This is a great throw. Just a little sluggo route. And Jones trying to get greedy, looking, eyes in the backfield. That's a beautiful throw right there. Right over the outside, and Rod does that as well as anybody.
Down the middle, 9 plays, 47 yards, and 7:03. They did lose Davila on the drive. We hope and pray for the best for him. More to come. 1:04 to play, 67-51 Philadelphia. Coverage of the AFL continues here on CBS Sports Network next Saturday night, 7:30 Eastern. Washington back on the road to head to New York to face the Albany Empire, the capital city, state of New York. Looking forward to that matchup, and obviously some questions throughout this upcoming week now with Nick Davila going down, and again, barring a miracle, The Valor will start 0-2 as they head into that game. They return out to the 6-yard line. Dust up after the play. And a marker down. Frustration late in this game from both sides. Stevenson returned that one.
I'll tell you, Robert Hayes is always going to keep it interesting. He likes to mix it up a little bit. Seeing him out there reminds me of a guy that I played with in Chicago, John Moyer. Another excellent pass rusher.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 10, Washington. It's a 10-yard penalty. 1-minute timing rules are now in effect. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining.
Obviously, we're having some issues with the numbers because number 10, Washington, just went off the field. It was number 12, Washington. They're going to get Roosevelt Falls on the penalty.
In Kataya's defense, there's been a lot of penalties, interesting calls that have had to be made today. Okay. Like I said, come on.
Hey, man, Kataya's one of the best. I expect the best out of him.
Yes.
Give me your best.
53 seconds. All right, got a timeout. Finishing touches on this one coming up. 53 seconds remaining. Philly about to go to 3-0 and win their 20th straight in this building. Two-time defending Arena Bowl champs. Washington about to fall to 0-2. And again, the larger concern is their quarterback Davila, who in the last possession was carted off. Injured, motionless on the ground, but according to Ari Wolf, he was trying to get up and trying to move, and in the end he was moving his hands and his feet, but precautionary, they had him wheeled off at a stretcher late in this game.
Hey, Brent, guys, I just want you to know I went back in the tunnel when he was being carted off, and he had his hands on his helmet. They still hadn't removed the helmet, but he had his knees up. He was moving both arms and legs, but it was, and he actually said something to Jaworski as well, that it was his neck. So not impossible to know the severity of the neck injury, but I think all the things we were most scared of, we can rule out for the moment. And he, from what I understand, is going to be taken for x-rays. They're going to make sure he's okay. But his wife is here as well. She followed him on the stretcher outside of there. So good news, basically, that Nick is going to be okay. How long he'll be out, hard to know, but the worst possible scenario is not the case. So hopefully Nick will be back, and hopefully be back soon.
It's great news. Thank you, Ari. 48 seconds here. Handoff. Ferns has been really good tonight. Rookie running back, 3 touchdowns.
You know, if I had a vote for player of the game, I might have to go co-players of the game with the 2 rookies. I mean, they kind of spearheaded the whole attack. It's been a quiet night for money. It's been, you know, Prince has made a few plays here and there, but the 2 rookies have really, I mean, 10 carries, 55 yards in the Arena Football. That's like and 3 touchdowns. That's like a big field, 130, 140-yard game.
Huge.
Right?
Absolutely it is.
Getting his first start in Arena Football. How many times has Dan been sacked?
None.
They haven't been near him tonight.
I mean, and you're starting a rookie fullback in the Arena Football League.
What do you think of Richardson?
Against a good pass rush.
What about Richardson making the switch to the defensive side?
Have they got push on Nick all day? Yes.
So it's worked out beautifully
for
both parties.
Absolutely.
Jeremy Richardson, obviously former fullback. Ferns now the fullback, and Richardson on defense.
But again, that's an easy PI call. But again, that lineup or that roster is full of guys that can do something for you on both sides of the ball. The PK Manleys, the Jeremy Richardsons. You know, Clint told us last week he thinks by the end of the year, Jeremy Richardson could be their MVP.
Play. Personal foul, hands to face, number 91 defense. That penalty's declined. Pass interference, number 5 defense, a 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
And again, this is a young franchise with some talented guys. And the core, they've got to have a few of these tight games go their way. They've got to learn how to finish, learn how to win a few games, and Not sure how long they will, if at all, but they might have to do without their number one QB. But they've got to find a way to make something positive happen. You don't get stopped on offense in week 1 and you lose the game off a barbell. So you got to find a way somehow to try to flip it and win some games.
You don't like the new rule. See, it used to be in the final minute where you had to get something going forward. Otherwise, the clock would not run. But he's able to take a knee like in the outdoor game, and that'll just about do it. In fact, that will do it. Final 20 seconds going to roll on. Philadelphia's 3-0. They've won 20 straight in this building. Washington starts 0-2. Nick Davila went down late in the game. Starting quarterback for the Valor. He was carted off, but as Ari Wolf told us, you can rule out the worst possible case scenario. Obviously no idea how long he's going to be out. But again, 20 in a row at home for Philadelphia, and they win by 16, and they did it handily here tonight at home against the Valor.
I mean, they were clean pretty much everywhere.
All right, Dan Rodabaugh with Ari.
All right, Dan, let's first talk about Nick. I know how much respect you have for Nick, and it was a super scary moment.
Yep.
It appears that he may have dodged real serious injury. We don't know, but talk about how scary that is as a quarterback seeing that happen to Nick.
You know, it's an elite fraternity to play that position in this league, and we have to stick together, especially with only 4 teams. You know, you need 4 guys that can really get it done, and Nick's arguably one of the greatest of all time, and he's a dear friend of mine, too. So to see that, man, it really hurts your heart. I'm glad that you said it looks like he avoided big stuff. You know, I know his wife and his children are here. It's very scary. But you see the support that he has from the whole league. You know, Jaws comes down. The fans are nervous. It's Nick Davila. I mean, he's you know, since the reboot, he's been the guy. And, you know, I hope I can go talk to him, or I'm going to call him later. And, you know, we wish him the best. It's a scary moment. But it shows his guts, holding the ball, trying to make a play on 4th down 20 points. I mean, that guy's a warrior. So we're all thinking about you, Nick.
All right, let's shift gears. You guys are now 3-0. You guys hold serve. You win back-to-back games at home. Where is this team in trying to go for the three-peat?
Man, it's a long way down the road. I know you hear it a lot around here, but that comes with, you know, winning 2 in a row. So we're going to take it one day at a time. We got a short week this week against a good Baltimore team. So we're going to have to get healthy, get in the weight room, get right, pound the film, and take it one game at a time. You know, that's the ultimate goal, to give ourselves a chance at another championship, but we got to really take it one play, one quarter, one game at a time.
Well done tonight.
Thanks, Ari. Appreciate it.
All right. Guys.
Thanks, Ari, and thanks to Rodabaugh. Well done. Philly wins again at 3-0. Back to wrap it up from inside Wells Fargo Center after the break. Final is 67-51 as we check in down below once again with Ari.
I'm here with one of the stars of tonight's game, Darius Reynolds. Darius, first of all, I want to give you a chance to say something about Nick Davila. I know he's one of the players in the league you really respect.
I think everybody tonight, even people that I was watching when Nick went down, is a big concern because he is a staple in this arena league. He's a great player, but even better like off the field. So we're all praying for him, and everybody's hoping that his health is okay.
Classy response, Darius. Now, one of the things I've noticed about you is they need to get you involved early. When you get going early, seems to put a smile on your face and get your juices flowing.
I think it kind of gets everybody going when we get an early score like that. And that can go with SK, too. If SK gets involved early and Dan and him are connecting, then I think we go well. And that's just like the momentum. If anybody strikes early, then we just feed off it and just keep going. So.
And, guys, I want you to know that Darius was approached for virtually every single thing on his body, but the one thing he wasn't giving up was the helmet. He used to have the sock on the arm. That's gone.
It's for the fans, though. They love to come out. We get to see him like every week. So it's the first time I think I've been asked for my helmet, but anything else, I usually try to give it to him.
What about those
Great
gloves?
win tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.
Thanks, Darius. All right, guys.
Ari, thanks. Money Reynolds. Good night for him. Aaron Wash, his teammate, the rookie, had more receptions and yards than the rest of the team combined. He had 9 catches for 105. There's Washer right there, celebrating Philly's 3-0 starts. Final word from here in Philadelphia, coming up after this. Wash had 9 catches, 105, 2 touchdowns. Philadelphia's 3-0, 67-51, and now the kids. What a thrill for those kids to get down there and get up close and personal with the star of the game here tonight, Aaron Washer, the rookie.
Well, I think also just the access of the Arena Football League and its fans, it's always been an inclusive league. It has from day one.
Yep.
I mean, that's the one thing that made me really love it is how involved we are with the fans and how much we do with them after the games. You see the autograph tables down set up. I mean, you don't get this kind of access anywhere. It's awesome to watch these guys compete and play, and then you go down and see, you know, how they interact with the kids and sign autographs, and it's just the greatest part to me of arena football.
Well, Tanner Raudabaugh has yet to throw an interception. He's closing in on 20 touchdown throws already in 3 weeks. And you said they played a really clean game all the way around.
They did. You see Ferns had 3 scores on the night. Washa. I mean, the young guys really showed out. Prince decided to get involved later on, but it was a lot of the extra guys with no PK even out there. They were still on a roll. They just do what they do behind the Red Rocket.
Upcoming on CBS Sports Network, Washington, Albany, Albany, Philly. Washington, Albany, Philly, and Washington, Baltimore, Albany. Gotta say, Philly is the early favorite to make it 3 in a row, huh?
Wow. Captain Obvious shows up. Captain Obvious. I mean, they look great.
Seth Bonner.
They look great in all facets of the game until somebody makes them look like they're on the same level. They have to be.
For Seth Bonner, Ari Wolf, and our entire crew, I'm Brent Stover. After the break, Major League Rugby, the Seattle Seawolves and the Glendale Raptors. Coverage of the AFL continues next Saturday, 7:30 Eastern, Washington and Albany. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.